BIMHRD!
Come fast. Gosh, what's that?
Let me check out. I think it's a comet.
Stupid. It's not a comet. I think it's a flying saucer. Maybe a spaceship. Maybe aliens are approaching us.
Oh my god, what's gonna happen now?
Why are you so scared?
Why won't I be? Aliens approaching us.
Calm down. They won't harm us. They're just aliens. They just belong to another planet. Let me tell you, human eyes may never gaze upon many of its wonders.
Do you mean the Earth has been visited by other intelligent beings from another world? But I think Earth is the only planet to have the miracle of life.
No, I think aliens do exist. There are multiple witnesses to UFO sightings and even photographic and video proof. I think they're quite similar to us.
Similarity? Do you know how they look like? What they eat? What they wear? What would fashion mean to them?
Everybody is fashionable in their own ways.
Oh really? Do you think they can do catwalk? Walk on a ramp like models do? Look beautiful like Carol Gracious?
Walking on the ramp is not only fashion, Ridya. There's much more to it. Everyone has their own style statement, whether it's an alien or a human being.
If it is so, will we ever get a chance to witness fashion happening in another galaxy?
I think we will. I think they're coming. The aliens are coming.
said rich, 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 rich.
I guess, Farah, these people are not understanding what we are doing.
I think you are right, Abhishek.
Well, people, we are trying to pose as we proceed towards the last event by our duel, the fashion show. This show is not only about skirts, fabrics, designs, and beautiful bodies, but it also represents the high spirit that duel is.
Well, I guess all of you must have bought fabrics, jewelry, or maybe makeup. But do you want to know what different thing we are wearing? You want to know? Say you want to know or don't want to know. Well, still, we are here to show it to you. So see. So people, enjoy our last event from Dule Fashion Show. commandos from Dule ICMHRD. I hope you people enjoyed. Thank you very much.
I would again like to stress on the point that these dresses are prepared by Dual A itself and not purchased from outside. Thank you.
I am the king of Egypt. You want to meet my queen? So please give a big round of applause for my queen. Hey, what happened to you?
Well, my king, I was sleeping and I slept for about 12 hours. And you know what? Somebody tried to mummify me.
Mummify you?
Well, yes, friends. That's what our topic is today for the fashion show. Our topic for today is Egypt. Fashion is a changing phenomenon. It is the identity of our era. The reason we chose Egypt as our theme is because it stands for magnificence, glory, and human achievement on earth. It's one of the 7 wonders, and we believe we ICMHRdians are bigger than that. What do you say? My king, you know what? I'm feeling a bit suffocated. Could you please try removing this?
Wait. Let me reveal your beauty. Oof. It is taking so much time. Then Draupadi's Chirharan. So why don't we directly go to Egypt?
Wait a minute.
Bring to you Egyptian culture. The reason why we have chosen Egypt as our theme is, as with its first mention, what comes to our minds is the pyramid, to construct which required a mastery of art, hard work, and social organization, which is a prerequisite for all of us here as management students. The priest and priestess were very powerful and seen as stand-ins for the pharaoh. They played both a functional and a mystical role. granite stones weighing as much as 70 tons. Recent excavations of the graves of these workers reveal that some had missing limbs or had damaged spines, the human cost of a national compulsion to glorify gods and deify the souls of kings. These are the warriors, and the rich civilization needs protection and security. They are efficient but cruel. And how can we forget the dancing girls who are here to entertain the crowd?
The pyramids, one of the 7 wonders of the world. It took a lot of sacrifice to make it what it is. Similarly, for us students, it would take a lot of effort and hard work for us to be successful future managers. Thank you so much.
We are heading towards the grand finale of the day. It is the last performance of amongst all the duels. I am searching Meenakshi. Meenakshi, hello?
Coming, Sham. Hello, Sham. Hello, everyone. Do you like my work, Sham?
What are you rightly doing? And why is that book on your head?
Can't you see what I'm trying to do over here?
Not yet.
Oh, you're such a dumbo. See this once more. See?
Can't comprehend.
You are so stupid, Sham. Let me ask someone who's smart. Sorry, guys. Excuse me, ma'am. Did you understand what I was trying to do over here?
So, trying to catwalk.
Exactly, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. See, Sham, I was trying to balance this book on my head and trying to do the catwalk.
Catwalk?
Yes?
That means that meow, meow, meow. What?
Not the meow catwalk, you idiot. The fashion show catwalk.
Oh, you must tell it before.
You are seriously something. People, this guy is out of fashion. Seriously, I think he knows nothing about fashion himself.
Give me a break. Fashion. Coming to fashion, I know everything about fashion. See this jacket. I want to reveal some secret inside it.
Oh God, Sham, what are you
This
trying
is the
to do?
t-shirt I brought yesterday. You want to see anything more? This is another one.
Sham, just stop it. Fashion is unique. Fashion makes you confident. Fashion gives you something which not everybody possesses, and that's style. The next event, Sham, defines the same thing.
Wait a minute. Let me say something about fashion.
Yeah, sure. Your opinion.
Fashion. As this word strikes my mind, my eyes sparkle. The glamour, the beautiful, and the beauty comes to my mind. People, fashion doesn't stipulate it to any boundaries, but everyone's here possess some fashion and of course style. So fashion is all about the fragrance of nature. Fashion is such about the essence of one's behavior. So hold your heart, stick to your seat, because the fantastic Dual B is going to perform the fashion show.
Enjoy.
Narcissism. Narcissism describes the character traits of self-love. Narcissism means when any person starts admiring his or her own beauty to the extent that nothing else in the world remains of any importance. That is, the person falls in love with his or her own looks. For instance, when you see your own image in the mirror, you like it and you admire it. Narcissism speaks all about falling in love with our own image to the extent where we never realize the impending dangers to our life, like death. The word narcissism is derived from the Greek word narcissus. Narcissus was a Greek character who was renowned for his own beauty. He was very much in love with himself. One day, when he came across a pool, he was so entranced with his reflection in the pool that he tried to seduce the reflection, not realizing it was himself who he was looking at. When he tried to kiss it, he fell in the pool and died. Narcissus died because he could only love his image at the expense of himself.
It starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look down below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on. Didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you. Kept everything inside. Didn't even know I tried. It all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property. Remembering all the times you thought, but I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. Kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time. Like night today, something in here's not right today. Why am I so uptight today? Paranoia is all I got left. I don't know what stressed me first, how the pressure was fed, but I know just what it feels like to have a voice in the back of my head. Like a face that I hold inside, face that awakes when I close my eyes, face that I watch every time I rise.
From this, we come to know that one should not get lost with his superficial beauty. It is the inner beauty, one's intellect, knowledge, that is one's strength that should be cherished.
Now, in the lovely cool breeze around the banks of Yamuna river, there was one naughty lord who used to tease Radha and gopis. He was a person inside whom lies the entire universe. Yes, we are talking about Lord Krishna. Let us now witness the marvelous astonishing, unprecedented and amazing performance of Krishna Ras performed by Moksh Tiwari and Priya Kaul of ICMHRD batch 06OA, the innovators.
रही पलकाय रही तिन 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 किधर मन में बहती कृष्ण के मुख पर बजने लगी राधा की तुम चल न न न न न न पर आप से बजने लगी बजने लगी बजने लगी माता घूमटकार लिया बंसी के धुओं पर झूम गई धर धर के डगरिया मोहनी मोहन की और ही धुमकिता 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 मैं जाएगी कृष्ण कन्हैया नटखट ने राधा की कन्हैया थाम लई राधा ने पुकारा राधा ने पुकारा हाय गई कोई आओ सखी फिर हाथ छुड़ा कर बोली हटो हीरा फिर हाथ छुड़ा कर बोली हटो अब जाओ डगरिया छोड़ तुरी कहा कृष्ण के सुपर पर ना दूंगा डगरिया छोड़ तुरी शोकी पर कुछ बिगड़ी थी आई थी कृष्ण से पूछा कौन हो तुम क्या नाम है जी क्या काम है जी क्या काम है जी हमें गोवाना कहते हैं हमें गोवाना कहते हैं और कृष्ण दिया है नाम हमें कोई नटवर गिरधर कहता है कोई नटवर गिरधर कहता है और कोई कहे घनश्याम में इतने में सूरज डूब गया राधा की पायल जादू की में कला की जादू की धाधा तय कै सूता धागे से कैसा धाजिंसा चित्ता चित भातक का सूता कैसी तका चित कथा गति नता